Tonight, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Ralph Jean Paul, who is a former member, and he is here to give an address, 1 Foot in the River. Ralph Jean Paul.
When I was asked to speak at the Central Florida Facilitators Banquet tonight, I was ecstatic. I was looking forward to coming back and seeing some old friends that I've known for years and seeing some new friends, hopefully. But I got stuck on what should I speak on. My mind started to wonder, what should I speak on tonight? First I started thinking about maybe I should kind of just speak about the Central Florida Facilitators, how great the club is, great history, the many great speakers and leaders that have developed right here in the room. Then I started to wonder, maybe I should just talk about history in general. I mean, the world's going to end in a week, so why not just give a summary of everything that's happened up until now? Then I started to think about cheese. Mostly because when I got the message from Amy, I was to sit in line at Jimmy John's. But 15 minutes later, and a belly full of turkey, I started to think about the speech again. And to understand my thought process, you have to understand me. So a little bit about me, I am what my sister affectionately calls an accomplishment junkie. It's not that I need awards or accolades to feel good about myself. I feel as though I need to be growing every single second of my life. The second thing you need to know about me is that I started here at this club as a speaker. And now I speak as much as I can wherever I can. So what would you do if you were me? If you had to come into a room and address some people that you've known for years, some people that you've never met, and you wanted to leave them with something. I didn't know that answer either. So I thought about it. I took a walk and I ended up at a lake. As I was sitting there on the park bench, just trying to ponder how can I influence the people that I'm going to be speaking to, I saw a fish gracefully jump out of the water and land right back in. The next thing that came to my mind was the words of Heraclitus, a pre-Socratic philosopher. And he was famous for saying one thing: you cannot step into the same river twice. And what that means is that he believed everything in the universe was at a constant state of flux. Nothing is what it currently is. Everything is becoming something else. A seed is becoming a tree. A child is becoming an adult. Everything is changing. And the beautiful thing about human beings is that we have the opportunity to influence that change. We have the power to make decisions. At that very moment, I knew what I was going to speak about. I was going to speak about you. Not who you are, not who you were, who you are becoming. And who are you becoming? Every single day when I wake up, I spend time in meditation and thinking about the next decision I will make. The next thing I will do that day. Because I know the power of decision will push me towards what I want to become. And this world has a lot of influence on who you are. So I want to leave you with 3 things tonight that will help you become what you want to become. That will help this club become what it wants to become. The first thing I would like to mention is that you have to think about the power of choice. See, no other animal on the planet can choose what we can choose. You can train dogs to do tricks. You can train a monkey to fish. But the monkey and the dog cannot be responsible for its own training. How do you spend your time? Do you fill your mind with unimportant, what's called fact information? And what is it doing to you? What is it making you in the future? The first lesson that I've learned as a Toastmaster was that it's all about growth. how you are growing and how other people are growing. So the first thing you need to do is think about your brain. I call it unsticking your brain. In his book, The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg talks about how the brain is just one efficient habit-creating machine. It takes everything that you do and tries to do it better. It takes every single action and tries to make it easier for it to do. So every single action you make, you are creating a new habit. Now, if you shrink that down to this very second, what are you doing right now? What are you thinking right now? That thought that you're thinking right now is a new habit. And the next time you think that negative thought, the next time you take that negative action, the next time you choose not to get out of bed and exercise, you have made it easier to make that exact same choice the next time. So the first thing you need to do is look at what you do every single day as a club, as a speaker, as a communicator, as a human being, as a father, as a mother, as a child, as a daughter. What are the decisions you make? The next time you make that same decision, it will become easier. I encourage you to unstick your brain, make those good decisions. Make that choice to show up at Central Florida facilitators and participate. Make that choice to tell your friends about the facilitators and have them come. Make that choice to speak at a competition. Make that choice to evaluate, because it will make you better. It will help you become better. It will unstick your brain. The next thing I want to talk about is your vision. This is the perfect time to think about the future. I know the world's going to end in a week, but that's fine. We have 7 days to get things right, okay? The future is dependent on your choices. And you know, the vision that we have as human beings, we have dreams, we have goals. Do you know the world, despite what those Facebook posts said, and the motivational posters that are on the wall, the world is very hard on dreamers. If you say as a child, I want to be a ringmaster, everybody will encourage you. As a 37-year-old man, you want to quit your job at Wells Fargo and become a ringmaster. People will try to squash that dream. I'm not going to do it, but you know what I mean? People want to squash that dream. It doesn't matter what it is. People have their own doubts about their dreams, so they want to pass those doubts on to you. So you've had dreams, you've had goals, you're here today because you want to improve yourself. You walk every single day to work or go to work every single day to improve yourself. You have those dreams. Embrace that vision. Make sure that nobody snatches that from you. Surround yourself with the people that will help nurture that dream. Go back to unsticking your brain and do the things that will enhance that dream. I have a mastermind group of guys that I meet with every second Tuesday of the month. And that meeting was yesterday. One of the best things about that meeting is we're all determined to accomplish our dreams. We've all encouraged each other. We've all stretched each other. We've all challenged each other. We've all held each other accountable for those things. You know that the Central Florida facilitators does the exact same thing. Use those opportunities that you meet every single week. Use those opportunities you have to come up and volunteer to make yourself better, to make the club better. The third thing I want to encourage you to do is to make a decision. You know, there's a really big difference between wanting to do something, needing to do something, and deciding to do something. You can want to lose 10 pounds. You could even need to lose 10 pounds for your health's sake. But you're not going to lose 1 gram unless you decide to lose it. And there's a fine line, but that makes the entire difference. I was stuck in a profession that I got into at a young age for a very long time. And I wanted to leave so badly. I knew I had more in me. I knew I had potential that I could use in other professions. I knew I could do more with the skills that I had, but I was stuck in that job. I wanted to leave. Financially, mentally, for my health's sake, I needed to leave. But I never decided to. And it wasn't until I had a meeting with my managers, some district managers, and one of the other district managers happened to mention that if you come work for me, you'll get paid X amount of dollars. I knew that I was worth more at that very moment I decided to leave. And my entire life changed. So it's all about decision making, and not from your mouth, not from the thought, but deep down, committing to that decision. As communicators, as leaders, as Toastmasters, we have those decisions to make. Make those commitments. Decide to move forward. Right this second, everybody has their foot in the water. Going back to Heraclides, he says that everything is in a state of flux. You can't walk over to a river, put your foot in that river, take your foot out, put your foot back in, and be in the exact same river. In that instance, that river has changed. The current has changed. The temperature has changed. You have changed. At the very least, you are a second older than you were before you put in that river. Nothing is the same. You have become different. At this very moment, we are all in the river with one foot. Take the foot out. Become better.
Ralph, John, Paul, thank you for that inspiring presentation. Really appreciate it.